Hi, welcome to the birthday book haul. My 28th birthday just passed and I spent a good chunk of a week in Toronto with like a bunch of concerts and a lot of book shopping and thrifting and stuff. So I wanted to share all the books and things that I got for my birthday this year. I may have gone just a little bit overboard with the book shopping. I don't normally buy this many books. Normally it's like I'll get myself one and then whatever gift cards I get, but got more than one. Oops. So let's start with the books that I thrifted. On my first day in Toronto, I went to my favorite used bookstore and I picked up these three books. The first one being A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. This one's been on my TBR for way too long. I kind of forget the synopsis, I'm not gonna lie, but I know that it's a urban fairy fantasy that's set in Toronto, so of course I have to read it. That is a really bad glare. There we go. I'll try and awkwardly hold it like that. But yeah, I've like never seen an urban fantasy set in Toronto and I'm like, I need to read this. So I've been looking for it and I finally found it and I can't wait to get to it, hopefully soon. I am so obsessed with this cover. I think it's stunning. Wow, the lighting is terrible. Yeah, I'm like very intrigued by this cover alone, so hopefully we'll get to this one very, very soon. And then I also picked up The Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Canas. I haven't read this author's first book yet, but I do also really want to read that one, but I can't resist a vampire book, so I couldn't not pick this one up. Again, no idea what it's about. I did know at one point, but I kind of forget. But the tagline back here says, vampires, vaqueros, and star-crossed lovers face off in the Texas-Mexico border in this supernatural western. And I'm seeing that it's set in 1840s Mexico. That sounds fantastic already, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Again, I love the cover. It's like super dramatic. And yeah, I really enjoy the cover of this one. I am reading a bunch of vampire books this week, so maybe this will be one of them. That would be really great. And then the last book that I thrifted from my favorite used bookstore in Toronto was The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. I fell in love with this author, I think last year was when I started reading her books, and I want to collect pretty much all of them. And this one is definitely next on my list of her books to get to. It is covered in cat hair. Thank you, Tony. Again, really have no idea what it's about. It's a dreamy reimagining of H.G. Wells's The Island of Dr. Moreau, set against the backdrop of 19th century Mexico. So that sounds great, and I love this author, so I'm assuming that I'm going to love this book as well. I can't imagine not loving it, and again, I love this cover. It's so vibrant and beautiful and just like, oof, it's so good. And then later in the week I went to my other favorite bookstore in Toronto, which is a queer-owned horror bookstore called Little Ghosts, and I picked up these three books. I was so excited when I got in there and I saw that they had volume 1 of the Book of Queer Saints. I picked up volume 2 from them at the bookworm market back in May, and I was actually currently reading it while I was visiting there last week, and I've been waiting for them to get back volume 1 for so long, and they finally had it, so of course I picked it up. This is a anthology of queer horror, which was edited by May Murray. Again, I love the cover. It's beautiful. I love all these covers. They're all stunning, but I'm still going to say it for every single book because I can't not point it out. I'm a Libra. I like pretty things. I can't help myself. But yeah, I just finished volume 2 earlier this week and it was just so good. And while I was at this bookstore, I got a pumpkin spice latte and I sat out on their patio with my latte and I read the first story in this and it was so cool. It was like dark mermaid type things and it was phenomenal. So I can't wait to get to the rest of the stories in here, hopefully soon, but who knows. And then on their used shelf they had The Dawnhounds by Sascha Stronach. I started reading this one earlier this year, but I got sidetracked by something else and didn't finish it, but I was really enjoying it, so I definitely want to continue this one. This one says it's a queer Maori inspired fantasy debut following a thief turned cop who was murdered, brought back to life with a mysterious new power, and tasked with protecting her city from a devastating attack. Sounds cool as fuck. Man, the lighting in here cannot stay consistent today. We're just gonna hope that's okay. Yeah, this sounds really cool. It was great from the bit that I read of it, so I definitely want to continue this one very soon. I am going to restart it because I kind of forget everything that I read, but I do remember liking the atmosphere and the writing style quite a bit. So I think I'm going to really like this one. And again, the cover, super cool. And then the last one that I picked up from that bookstore was Godly Heathens by H.E. Edgmon. I recently finished the Witch King duology and really, really enjoyed that one. I wasn't planning on picking up this book because I'm not normally a fan of like YA fantasy anymore a whole lot, but I love The Witch King, so I do want to read more of his works. I think they're great. Again, like, I can't with this cover. It's so pretty that I'm like, I need this on my shelf. So, and it was $6, so you know, I had to get it. I don't know too much about this one, but I do know that it has to do with the goddess of death, and I'm like, fuck yeah, sign me up. And then with the Indigo gift cards that I got from some friends and family, I picked up a few books from Indigo. I am missing one. It's not going to be arriving until like mid-November, but I didn't want to wait that long to do the birthday book haul. But the one that I'm missing is Heart of Flames by Nicki Preto. It's book 2 in the whatever that series is called. I can't even think of book 1 right now, but I did really like book 1, and I bought books 1 and 3 a long time ago thinking that book 3 was book 2, and then realized after reading book 1 that I actually had book 3, and I've been meaning to get around to buying book 2, so I figured a great time to do that is when I have the birthday coupon from Indigo. But yeah, that one's going to be arriving at some point in the next few weeks. Other than that, I also picked up the beast of a book that is the first 3 books in Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles series. This is fucking massive. It's over 1,200 pages. Like, it's so big and also extremely floppy, and I love that. This one I'm currently reading. I started reading book 1 earlier this week and immediately fell in love with it, so I just figured why not get the omnibus while it's cheaper. So yeah, I'm on page 86 right now of book 1, which like is such a tiny dent in comparison to the rest of this brick. Like, it looks like nothing. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting into this series. I haven't seen the movie, but I am a really big fan of the show that's currently airing, and I'm just like learning how different the book is from the show. I had no idea that there were so many differences in it, but so far I'm loving book 1 and I can't wait to continue and find out where things go. This has been so good so far. And then I picked up The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black. This is the second book in the Stolen Heir duology, and I believe the last thing in that Cruel Prince world. Man, I'm trying to keep the lighting decent and I can't seem to keep up with— oh, it's raining now, that's why the clouds came out. It doesn't matter that much, but it bothers me, so I'm trying to fix it. Anyways, Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black. I wasn't the biggest fan of The Stolen Heir, I'm not gonna lie. I was almost debating not finishing this series, but then like, there's one more book in the series, so I might as well just read it, and plus it would really bother me if I had every other book in this entire world except for this one. So again, it was on sale with my birthday coupon, so I figured why not just get it. And I love a good fairy book, so you know. And then finally for the books, I also picked up Odd Spirits by S.T. Gibson. This is the prequel novella to Evocation that was just re-released in this gorgeous, stunning printed hardback. Like, look at all that foiling on there. And it's also on the back as well. So pretty. And yeah, this is just the story of what happened between, is it Rhys and David? Yeah, so Rhys and David when they were together and how they broke up before the start of Evocation. Can't wait to get to this one because I was very curious about their whole story when I was reading Evocation. I think last month I read it, or this month, I forget, I'm not gonna lie. I read it recently and I really liked it, and I really wanted to know more about their relationship, so looking forward to this one, but mostly just happy to have this beautiful book on my shelf. So but yeah, that's the books. And then for like other stuff that I got, I went thrifting and I actually picked up this Daft Punk sweater. It's from a thrift store, but that thrift store also does like their own printed stuff, and this one was one of their like made items. So I got this, and then I also got this really cool t-shirt from them. Again, not vintage, it's one of their printed t-shirts. But I can't wait to piss off the conservatives in my city by wearing this around. I'm also planning on cropping it because of course I am. But yeah, I got those two things, and then I got this cute little pin My camera does not autofocus, so I'm just going to focus that. Okay, I had to manual focus, so I hope that's in focus there, but I got this cute little pin from a Dawnhounds store for leaving them a Google review. So it's good vibes only. And then my brother sent me this really cute bookmark in the mail with a card. Cute little mushroom gnomes. And then my best friend also got me a few bookmarks. She got me this one while she was traveling in Nova Scotia. So pretty, I love it. And then she got me two other ones that I'm like obsessed with. This gorgeous metal Van Gogh bookmark and a very similar one with Monet. Monet and Van Gogh are my favorite artists, especially Monet. He's like my all-time favorite. These are beautiful. And then the cutest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. So this is the mug, right? Adorable. Love it. Look at the plate. Oh my god, it's so cute. Look at the fucking squirrel. Oh my god, it's adorable. Yeah, this is like my favorite thing ever. It is so fucking cute. I am like obsessed with this tiny squirrel. It is so cute. I think that's all the birthday stuff that I got this year. Oh, and then I did also order with the same Indigo order a bunch of pre-orders that won't be here until next year, but I did pre-order. What did I do? I did Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. Did that one, and what's it called? The new Hunger Games book, Sunrise at the Reaping, I think it was called, and the next book in the Wayward Children series, Adrift in Currents Clean and Clear, I think, something like that. So yeah, those ones have also been pre-ordered. But yeah, that's the birthday book haul. I had a great time. I had so much fun. I'll put the link above with the birthday vlog if you guys want to check that out. I had so much fun. There was 3 concerts, a drag show, a bunch of thrifting and food, and a whole whack of things going on. So had a really fun time. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later on.